Today I want to talk about Megalovania. I was going to do a song a day, but I've been wanting to do this for a while because Megalovania is an interesting tune to me. Megalovania has been around for a long time. Toby Fox, who is Undertale's creator, if you're not familiar, he made Undertale in about 2016, and this song has been prolific for the whole time. Now, mind you, this is a song that appears in a very obscure portion of the game. Like, a lot of people, I'm willing to bet, they didn't bother to play through the genocide route. Minority amount of people have played up until the Megalovania fight. So, what is pretty much an Easter egg in a game, a background music to an Easter egg, has become so prolific for so long. It's amazing to me. And more than that, it has spawned a lot of remixes.
The club isn't the best place to find the lovers, so the bar is where I go.
A lot of, like, mashups.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mambo number 5.
A lot of covers. Because there's sort of this magnetic quality to it. And I want to look at, like, why this is happening. Because even before Undertale, Megalovania was a part of both Homestuck. For those of you who aren't familiar with that, it's a webcomic. And it was also part of one of Toby Fox's hacks for Earthbound. You know, everyone's sort of heard of this before. So my question is, where does Megalovania's staying power lie? How do people keep coming up with fresh ideas for Megalovania? And I think I have a pretty simple answer to it, and it has to do with music theory. Now, if you don't know a lot about music theory, this will probably still be interesting to you because I'm going to explain it in a way that everyone can understand. And to those of you who are into music theory, you know, you might learn something from the old Undertale. So here we go. So Megalovania is a song that is made by. It doesn't really have a chord change specifically. It has this sort of gesture and a chord change in the bottom, so it goes. But on the top, it uses notes that are entirely from the minor blues scale, or just the blues scale. So here's the blues scale. Here's Megalovania. It uses the same notes. Now, the minor blues scale has some interesting properties. It fits over a lot of different chords and chord changes. For instance, when you're first learning how to improvise in jazz music, it's one of the scales they tell you to use. So, for instance, it fits over this sort of 12-bar blues thing. So, So you could fit Megalovania over that because it's using the same key notes. So here we go. You get the idea. Now this can fit over a lot of other different chord changes too. Pretty much anything in the minor key that is diatonic, even stuff that is not. So let's go to F, the F blues scale. So it would be. You can do that like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. You get the idea. So another thing that's interesting about this is the more chords you put it over, the different it sounds a little different. This is called retextualization. So retextualization occurs when you play the exact same thing over a different chord, which sounds very cool, and it really drives home the melody in your brain. So for instance, like this, like I just played. Those are the exact same notes on this hand, But on this hand, I'm playing different chords. In this one, it's an F minor. In this one, it's an E flat dominant 7. Then a D flat dominant 7. Then a C dominant 7. And you can see how it sounds a little different over top of each chord that I'm playing, which creates this cool effect. And that adds to its flair, because then you can add it over, you know, Ed Sheeran's Perfect, or you can add it over Mambo number 5. You can add it over a lot of different keys here, so let's see. You can do it over the rhythm changes here. I'm fucking it up. Something like that, so. But it sounds great over everything because it's sort of a universal melody, which is kind of interesting. Now, Toby Fox probably knew about all this shit and he harnessed it. Now, what's interesting about Megalovania itself is that it does not use a chord structure in the strictest sense. That's why things like, you know, the rearranging of the note order fits so well. Because really all you have is like this one note. So no matter where I play the Megalovania parts, or no matter where I play any part of the blues scale, if I play... I'm playing anything over the same sort of progression, and I use progression lightly as Undertale. So it's really cool. So it's incredibly smart, but at the same time, it's an incredibly basic formula he's created. Toby Fox has made this elegant system of really just 2 elements and made a very memorable melody out of it. And I haven't even gotten into the rest of the melody. Because that's also part of the blues scale. All the same stuff goes with that, but that's not, you know, that's just reiterating the same stuff. So what a good song. Anyway, that's why Megalovania works. That's why Megalovania is so powerful. What I learned from this is that you don't have to be super complicated to make good music memorable. I don't know. I love Megalovania. There's a reason I love it. There's a reason you love it. Music is beautiful. Have a great one, everybody.